Okay, let's come on over to our mat. And we're gonna roll down and let's start some deep breaths. So bringing the feet down, rolling the shoulders up, back and down, and taking 3 deep breaths. And then let's reach the arms out and up. We're gonna do a few angel arms and add the pelvic tilt. So really bringing the navel to the spine and supporting the whole lower body as we breathe in and out. And let's do one more and start to roll the hips up. We're gonna reach the arms up at the same time and then come down. So either angel arms or just bring the arms up over the chest as you lift and lower the hips. And feel the breath coming all the way in, deep breaths in and out. And one more, and we're gonna hold the arms up and the hips. And then we're gonna bring the arms in a goalpost position as we bring the hips down and take the knees over to the right, slowly in our pelvic or in our spinal twist. And breathe, feeling that left shoulder blade rolling down to the mat as well as the right one. And let's go to the other side in our twist. And one more breath. Let's come back to the center and we're gonna bring the elbows in as we lift the right leg up, kind of clap the hand and bring the elbows back down. And let's do the other leg. So we're gonna bring that leg up and down as you clap your hand underneath the thigh. And let's do one more to each leg. And then let's bring our arms down. We're gonna roll the hips up again, walk the shoulder blades closer together. 3 deep breaths. And let's roll the hips down and we're gonna take the legs in 90 degrees and take them out and in, squeeze them together. Just kind of start waking up the belly. And one more like this. And the next time we're gonna reach the legs out, we're lifting the chest up, clapping the hands and bringing the arms back down and doing a few more. Just do the best you can. Either legs come out or legs come up, either way. And one more. And then we're gonna put our head down and reach the legs up and bring one knee toward the chest. So big bicycles here and keep the hips even and start to wake the hips up. Let's walk our legs down halfway. And then walk them back up toward the ceiling. And then back down again. And back up. Last time. So let's straighten the legs up toward the ceiling and point and flex our feet. And make some circles with our feet. And then circle in the opposite direction. Kind of notice what's going on with your shins as you do this. And then we're going to open our legs out and bring them in. And do a few of these, waking up the inner leg. And then let's point the toes. We're going to crisscross the legs as we open them up, open and close. And let's try that walking down again with the legs. Navel to spine and up and down. We're going to do a few. And last time, down and up. And then let's put our feet, we're going to bring back our legs 90 degrees. And let's tap each foot down with the toes. Feel how the thighs are lifting and lowering the leg. And then flexing the feet. Let's see about the heels. And then last one. And we're going to put the feet down, roll the hips up again. Take 3 more breaths. And then let's roll the back down. And we're going to come into our happy baby and rock a little side to side. And then we're going to bring our feet together in our Baddha Konasana and take 3 more breaths. And let's keep this pose, but bring the feet down to the mat. So we're going to bring the arms in a goalpost position, pressing the feet together and roll the shoulders down and that pelvic tilt. And 3 slow breaths. And feeling the breath in the belly. And then let's release the arms down and bring the feet back down to the mat. And we're going to cross the right knee over the left knee and roll the legs to the left and reach the arms up and breathe, lengthening the spine in our spinal twist. And 1 more breath. And let's bring the legs back up and uncross, and let's try the other side, left knee over the right, roll the legs over to the right and breathe. And 1 more breath. And let's come back to the center and uncross, and let's try our oblique work. So we're going to bring our legs back to 90 degrees, arms out in a T. Take the knees over to the right as you turn your head to the left and hold, kind of hovering the legs over there. And then switch sides. So we're going to do a few of these side to side, squeezing the legs together. And then one more time to each side. And let's bring our feet back down, and again, rolling the hips up, walking the shoulder blades closer together so we can lift a little bit higher. 3 breaths. And then we're gonna roll back down, and let's come on over to the side and come on up. And we're gonna sit cross-legged. So let's figure out our hips a little bit here. We're gonna start to lean back, put your hands on your knees and hinge forward, lengthening. And do a few more of these. And let's do one more, so leaning back. And then reaching forward, hands down as we lean forward and breathe. Let's walk our arms to the right. And then over to the left. And back to the center. And we're gonna come on up and roll the shoulders down and twist the upper body to the right. And breathe. Let's try it over to the left, rolling the shoulders down. And we're gonna come back to the center, right hand down or your forearm, left arm over. And feel that deeper stretch, pressing the left hip down and rolling the chest open. And let's go to the other side. So left hand down or your forearm, right arm over. And one more breath. And let's come back to the center. So we're gonna reach the arms out, flip the palms up, turn just the head to the right and take a breath. And then over to the left, tracking the eyes. And then back to the center and bend the elbows in. So goalpost arms, lean over to the right. Again, we're using our obliques. And then over to the left, rolling the shoulders down. And back to the center. And let's do our Santa hug, crossing the hands over the shoulders and reaching, hinging forward. And we're going to take 3 more breaths. And then we're coming back up and let's reach the arms out and up. We're looking up. Let's clasp our hands now over our head, lean to the right and lengthen. And then over to the left. And back to the center. So we're going to bring our hands to our heart and roll the shoulders down. Feel the lengthening of the spine. Let's take our head over to the right and then chin toward the shoulder. Feel that nice stretch. And then let's try it on the other side, taking the head to the left and then chin toward the left shoulder. And back to the center. Now we're going to bring our hands just like they are, but over the head. And take 3 breaths. And then we're gonna reach the arms up and let's do another forward fold. And one more breath. And we're gonna come on up and let's come on over now to hands and knees. And we're gonna try our cat-cows and do the movement with our breath. Let's do two more. Now we're gonna reach the arms up over our head. So we're on our knees and reach them up and take another deep breath, a little back bend. And then let's bring our hands back down and sit back in our child's pose and walk the arms to the right and then over to the left and back to the center and puppy pose. 3 breaths here. And come into Sphinx. So we'll bring our forearms down. And 2 more breaths. And let's come into our half arm plank. And we're going to walk the legs out and in a few times, waking up the legs. And then one more time. And come up into our dolphin. So walking the feet forward, come up on the toes. Press the forearms down. Then we're going to walk the legs back to our half arm plank. 3 breaths. And let's come into child's pose and bring our arms behind us. And now we're going to come into regular child's pose. So reaching the arms out, downward dog. And take 3 breaths here. And let's lift the right leg up, 3-legged dog, and take another couple of breaths, pressing the hands down. And then switch legs and bring the left leg up, 3-legged dog. And we're going to put the foot down and walk to the top of our mat. And let's bend and straighten the legs a little bit. So chest to thigh. And release the head. And 2 more times, bend and straighten. And then let's roll up 1 vertebrae at a time. Reach the arms all the way out and up. Now we're going to clasp our hands over our head, lean to the right, take our left leg out and hold. And then left foot down, lean to the left, take the right leg out, keep lengthening the arms. And then we're going to come back to the center and just diving forward, forward fold, and take a couple more breaths. Let's step the right leg back to a lunge, reach the left arm up in a twist. And step back, downward dog. We're gonna lift the right leg up and step the leg forward and the left. And we're gonna try that bending and straightening again. Chest to thigh. And looking through the legs. And 2 more times. And then let's do our rolling up again, 1 vertebrae at a time. Arms reach all the way out and up. And hands to our heart. We're gonna lift our right knee up and come into dancer, holding the right foot, left arm up. And then let's put that right foot down and switch. In dancer, holding the left foot, right arm up. And we'll bring our left foot down and just forward fold again, diving down. And step the left leg back for our lunge and right arm up in a twist. And let's step back, down dog. Lift the left leg up. We're stepping it forward and the right, coming halfway up, forward fold. And let's come all the way up. And then hands to our heart, twist the upper body to the right and to the left. Let's come back to the center, inhaling up, exhale, forward fold. Right leg steps back to a lunge, reach the arms up for high lunge, 3 breaths. And twist to the left, crossing the arm over, hands together, and lengthen through the right heel. And then right hand down, left arm up, another deeper twist. Let's step back, down dog, and right leg lifts up and steps forward. And the left, halfway up, forward fold, and inhale all the way up. Hands to heart, this time twisting the upper body to the left and then to the right. Back to the center, and let's do the other side. Inhaling up, forward fold, left leg steps back, and then high lunge for 3 breaths. And we're going to twist to the right, cross the arm over, hands together, and lengthen through the left heel. And left fingers down, right arm up in our twist. And we're going to come back to down dog, and left leg lifts up and steps forward, and the right halfway up. And then Utkatasana, 3 breaths. Twisting to the right, crossing the elbow over to the left. Back to Utkatasana, and then coming all the way up. Hands to our heart. And rolling the shoulders down. Let's come up on our toes. And hold. And then down on our heels, we're going to try our big toe pose, lifting the right knee up so we can Grab a hold of the right big toe, reach the left arm out. Let's take this into warrior three, right leg back. And then step back, warrior one, arms up and breathe. Let's reach the arms forward here and hold. And we're going to come back to warrior three, lifting the right leg up. Maybe. I'm just talking to myself. And then let's step the right leg forward and we're back into Tadasana. And we're going to go to the other side with the big toe pose. So holding the left big toe, right arm reaches out. Let's come into our warrior three, left leg back. And then warrior one, and reach up and breathe. And let's reach forward with the arms and get ready. So we're coming back to warrior three. And let's step forward and take a deep breath. And we're going to inhale up, exhale, forward fold. Let's step into our downward dog for 3 breaths. We're going to lift the right leg up, back to our 3-legged dog, forward to plank, back to dog, and 4 more. And 1 more time. And let's put our right foot down so we're back in downward dog. And we're going to try it on the other side. Left leg lifts up, forward to plank, back to dog, and then 4 more. And 1 more. And then we're going to bring the left foot down and let's come into our child's pose. And take 3 breaths. And we're going to sit up on our heels. Twist to the right. And then twist to the left. And let's come to the center. And now we're going to do our rabbit pose. So we're going to clasp our hands behind us, roll the shoulders down, inhale and look up, and forward fold and lift the hips up. And 1 more breath. And let's sit back on our heels and just put our palms facing up on our thighs. So we're going to take our right hand down to the floor, reach the left arm over in our side stretch. And we're going to go to the other side, left one down, right arm over. And we're going to come back to the center. Let's come to hands and knees again. And we're gonna do our bird dog. Right leg lifts up, left arm forward. And just lengthen here and breathe as you look down. Pressing the right hand down. And then we're gonna switch and bring the left leg back there, right arm forward. Feel the evenness in the hips. And then let's bring that down, the knee and the hand, and we're gonna come into a back bend. So reaching the arms out and up. And one more breath. So let's bring our hands down and come back to our down dog. And take 3 breaths here. We're gonna lift the right leg up, step the leg forward, and come into another high lunge. So arms come up. We're gonna bring our palms together over our head and widen the elbows. Lean to the right. So we're turning this into a little side stretch. And let's try it on the other side, leaning over to the left. And back to the center. Reaching the arms forward, and we're going to come back, down dog. And take a deep breath. Let's try it on the other side. Left leg lifts up and steps forward. And then bring the arms up for high lunge. And again, hands together over our head, elbows wide. We're going to lean to the left. And over to the right. And back to the center and take a deep breath. And then let's come back to our down dog. And forward to plank. And we're going to do our mountain climbers, bringing one knee down and then the other. And now let's come all the way down, chaturanga. 5 cobras. So let's walk our hands underneath the thighs and take a couple of breaths here to lengthen the whole spine. And we're going to lift our right leg up and put the left foot on our shin and even out the hips, shin on the mat. And then let's release the right leg. And we're going to switch in our locust pose. And then release. And let's press back. Another child's pose. And let's sit up on our heels this time. Hands down by the feet and lift the hips up for another back bend. 3 more breaths. And we're going to come into our table pose. 5 tricep push-ups. And let's walk forward for our squat. And roll the shoulders down. And we're going to take 3 more breaths. And we're putting our bottoms back down. So we're going to hold the toes again. You know how we did this when we were standing up? So lengthen the legs out in a little straddle as you roll your shoulders down. And 1 more breath. And let's bring the legs in crisscross applesauce. So the other leg is in front and forward fold. And we're going to sit back up and twist to the right, roll the shoulders down, breathe into the twist. And let's twist to the left. And we're coming back to the center. And then we're going to come into a child's pose. And let's come into a half arm plank and hold the hands. So we're going to do that thing where we lean forward. So chin comes forward and back to stretch the toes. And 3 more. And 1 more. And then lift up again in dolphin. So walking the legs forward. We're going to lift our right leg up. And then put that one down, and then the left one lifts up. And we'll put that one down, and we're going to come into another child's pose and bring our arms behind us. And now let's reach the arms forward and come back to down dog. 3 breaths. Feel the spine lengthening. And we're going to lift our right leg up. Let's come into warrior 2. And see how it feels. See if our hips are a little bit more open. 3 more breaths. So we're going to start by taking the right fingers down toward the right foot, left arm up. And then come into reverse. And let's try it again. Right fingers down, left arm up. And back to warrior 2. And we're going to come into triangle trikonasana, straightening the right leg and left arm up. And half moon. Let's come back to trikonasana and have 3 breaths going here. Nice slow breaths in the ribs. And we're going to come all the way up. And let's hold our hands, clasp our hands behind us. Inhale and look up. and forward fold. And one more breath. And let's come all the way up and reach the arms up for a back bend. And warrior two, left foot out. And we're going to try the same thing here. So lowering the left fingers toward the mat, right arm up. And let's come into reverse. And we're trying it again. Left fingers down, right arm up. And then warrior two, 3 breaths. And Trikonasana, we're going to straighten our left leg. And half moon, lift the right leg up. We're going back to Trikonasana. Nice deep breaths in the ribs. And let's come all the way up. And we're going to reach the arms up, clasping the hands over our head, lean to the right. And over to the left. And back to the center and goddess. Let's turn our feet out and bring the elbows in and out. And we're going to keep the elbows open and lean to the right. And over to the left. And back to the center and take 3 more breaths. And inhale up, exhale down dog. And feel the lengthening here. Take another deep breath. We're going to come into pigeon, so let's lift the right leg up, bend the knee and roll the hip open, and knee between our thumbs. And we're coming into our back bend. And forward fold. And 3 more breaths. And let's make our way back to down dog. And now we're going to switch sides. Left leg lifts up, bend the knee, roll the hip open. And let's bring the knee between the thumbs and scoot the right leg back. And we're going to come into our back bend. And forward fold. And 3 more breaths. And let's come back to down dog. And stretch this all out. 3 more breaths. And let's walk to the top of our mat. And halfway up, forward fold, and inhale all the way up. And hands to our heart. And we're going to come into eagle pose. So let's cross the right knee over the left knee, left elbow over the right, and forward fold, hinging from the hips. And breathing. And 2 more breaths. And we're slowly coming back up, and let's uncross, hands to our heart. And we're going to cross the left knee over the right, and right elbow over the left, and forward fold. And 2 more breaths. And let's slowly come back up. And we're going to uncross and just bring our arms down by our sides, rolling the shoulders down. And feel. Take another slow breath. And then we're going to come into our squat. And let's take 3 more breaths. And then we're going to come on down to our back. So let's roll down. And first we're going to bring our knees to our chest and just feel, make some circles. And just feel the release of any kind of tension in your back. And circle in the opposite direction. And let's come into a spinal twist. Either way for the legs, and just breathe. You can close your eyes. And notice how your body changes with the release of energy. And let's go to the other side for our spinal twist. And last deep breath. And we're going to come back to the center, and let's roll the hips up, walking the shoulder blades closer together, and 3 breaths. And gently rolling the hips down. Let's try our happy baby. And another couple of breaths. And let's bring our feet together, Baddha Konasana. And 3 slow breaths. So we're gonna come into Supta Baddha Konasana. I am gonna grab my blocks to put underneath the thighs. You might not need to, but I find I can relax a little bit more if I have those blocks there. And then arms wherever they're comfortable. And we're gonna focus on our breathing in our final pose. And after you get it yourself set up, just scan your body for any tension and allow the jaw and the tongue and all of the facial muscles to relax. We're softening our palms. And feel how the breath comes into the belly, opens the ribs, and gently lifts the upper chest with each breath. Allow your whole body to soften into this pose. And feel how our wings are pressing down. And the groin gently opening. And we're slowing our breath down, releasing any tension. We're coming into that calmness and wishing ourselves good health and harmony to every cell and every molecule of our body. We're wishing peace for our homes and families and communities, as well as our country. And to all of our friends, people, brothers and sisters everywhere, all over the world. And we're going to start to gently wiggle our fingers and even our toes. And let's bring our arms down and press the legs back together. And if you have those blocks, just move them out of the way. And we're going to roll to the side. And let's come on up to a seated position. And we're going to bring our hands to our heart and seal in our practice today together. Let's take a deep inhale and sigh. One more time. Namaste. Thank you, everybody, for coming today. And I bet you're getting really strong. Have you noticed it? Like thunder thighs? Yeah. Okay. Good job. Okay, everybody.
Thank you.
Good luck
Thank
with everything, Marian.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, John.